Hi folks, we're back at Salute, and this time I've got Mark with me to talk about Batman the Miniatures Game 2nd Edition from Night Models and their new starter box set. So we've had a chance to have a look at this in the studio, and it's a lovely kit with a nice range of buildings, all the counters and the miniatures for Bane and Batman's factions. Do you want to take us through a bit about what's different with 2nd Edition and sort of what you get in the box?
Yeah, so this box is really exciting for 2nd Edition. It's the first time we've done a genuine starter set. So I've always thought that a Batman game is a little bit daunting for newcomers to the hobby. Yeah. Whereas this time, I think what you have is two complete crews, a fast-paced set of rules which is streamlined, just the essentials, just the skills that you need to play. And then it's got these great training tutorials in it. So each scenario builds up the big concepts of the game, like how to take objectives, how to move around the city and the buildings, how Batman's grapple hooks work and things like that. It's just really, really cool stuff.
It's really exciting, especially with the because there is so much in it, there is so much granularity in the game, and you've got the idea where you have that strategy phase, and you want it to feel like a Batman game. Having somebody jump straight into that with 2 feet is terrifying, and it could be off-putting. So the way you've built up the training scenarios and that sort of thing is a real joy to actually play through that. This time round, we actually have a tumbler and a bat pod, which is exciting and new for Night Models Batman game because there wasn't any vehicles before in the 1st edition.
No, well, actually, we had the Legends Batmobile with the rules for it in the 1st edition expansion. Right. But this is the first time they've appeared in 2nd edition, and so existing players will find good value in this box because they'll actually find the rules for using the tumbler, using the Batpod, and hopefully we'll expand on that later with more vehicles.
It's a beautiful thing to see because so much of Batman is all about those wonderful toys, as Jack Nicholson once said, and being able to capture that on the tabletop is just a real joy to behold. So yeah, I've been really excited with this, especially with the likes of the buildings, so you can start off with building up Gotham fairly quickly in the box set. If you haven't seen it, we do have the video going out sometime soon. But yeah, the idea behind the streamlining of the game to bring people in, we've seen Joker crew and all the sort of the villain crews, but we were wondering when we were actually going to see the hero, and this is it.
Yeah, I mean, this box set, it does represent that kind of perfect jumping off point for the new player, and it does have everything you need in it. So it's got the buildings and all the counters, including your lamppost counters and all that kind of stuff. And we try to make it easier to build your crew by having equipment cards instead of lists to choose from. Yeah. So now you just lay out everything in front of you, you've got every counter you need, basic training scenarios, vehicle rules, an awesome tumbler. It's pretty cool.
But what more do you need? Well, it'll be really exciting to see where this goes and how the 2nd edition of the game really expands and brings people in, brings more of the Batman background into it as well, because you've got that nice mix of the cartoon, the 60s series, the films as well. So there's an awful lot of scope in there and a lot that you can go to. Is there anything particularly you're excited about them bringing in yourself? Is there any little bit that hasn't come out yet, like a Batman with a bomb?
How could I possibly reveal what I'm working on now? I will say there's more Nolan stuff to come, because one of the things that fans have been looking for is kind of expanding on the Nolan trilogy. We had a few miniatures before, but not that many. And so now we've got them in high detail resin, complete crews for the first time. Now you can expand those crews and actually have a full Nolan universe themed Batman crew, which is pretty cool in itself.
Well, that's excellent. Well, let us know what you're looking forward to with Batman, the Miniatures game from Night Models, and we'll speak to you again soon.